Hi, I'm Brian. Kettle's on, make yourself a cup of tea. Now today I want to talk about Futurama. Now it has been revived by Hulu. They have ordered 20 episodes of the show. It is set to be released next year in 2023 sometime. Now I looked at this on the Hollywood Reporter. It was announced a few days ago now, and it says Futurama revived at Hulu. Original creators Matt Groening and David X. Cohen will return alongside voice actors Billy West and Katie Siegel, amongst others. And the article itself says, nearly 10 years after it signed off, Futurama has been revived for a 20 episode run on Hulu, the third platform for the animated comedy from creators Matt Groening and David X. Cohen. I think this is the third time it's been revived. The series that aired its first 5 seasons on Fox before being revived for 3 more at Comedy Central will return to production this month for 2023. Following an extended deal-making period, original stars Billy West and Katie Siegel, along with an ensemble players who voice multiple characters, Tress McNally, Lawrence LeMarche, Lauren Tom, Phil Lamar and David Herman will return. John DiMaggio, who provided the voice behind the wisecracking robot with the shiny metal ass bender, is finalising a deal to return as well, although it has not yet closed. I do hope that they can come to some sort of deal, because I don't think the show would be the same either without Bender or without John DiMaggio voicing him. Yes, they could recast, but I don't think it would be the same. I don't think it'd work as well. But going back to the article, I'm thrilled to have another chance to think about the future, or really anything other than the present, Cohen said. Added Groening, it's a true honour to announce the triumphant return of Futurama one more time before we get cancelled abruptly again. Futurama was created by the Simpsons mastermind Groening and intended to air as a companion to the long-running animated series on Sundays on Fox. The network, however, aired its first season on Tuesdays before a series of scheduling moves ultimately doomed the show. Now, that's nothing new for Fox. They do it all the time. There's a lot of shows being cancelled because they've moved them around, kept swapping days over and never kept it in the same place. I didn't realise that was the case for Futurama when that was first cancelled. But like I said, it doesn't surprise me for Fox. They do have a track record of doing that. Over the years, Groening has complained that the network did not support the series despite its now former studio 20th Century Television owning it outright. Fox would ultimately cancel Futurama in 2003. The show was revived in 2007 with 4 direct-to-DVD movies that Viacom CBS, backed Comedy Central, would ultimately air as 30-minute episodes. That success prompted Comedy Central to revive the series for subsequent seasons in mid-2010. The show would ultimately wrap a second time in late 2013 after 7 seasons and a total of 140 episodes across 2 different networks. When presented with the opportunity to bring fans and viewers new episodes of Futurama, we couldn't wait to dive in, said Craig Erwich, president of originals at Hulu and ABC Entertainment. This iconic series helped blaze a trail for the success of adult animation since its initial launch, and we look forward to Matt and David continuing to pave the way and further establishing Hulu as the premier destination for fans of the genre. At Hulu, Futurama will join a roster of original animated series including the Animaniacs Revival, Solar Opposites and Crossing Swords. Hulu has also become the go-to platform for adult animation library titles like Family Guy, Rick and Morty, Bob Burgers, South Park, and the original Futurama, some of which rank among the streamer's most watched titles in part to their repeatability and sizable fan bases. What I love about animation is that it's possible for a successful show to take a pause and then resume years later, even on a different platform, and pick up right where it left off, said Marty Portillo, head of animation at Producers 20th Television Animation. Futurama is one of those shows. The excitement from Hulu about returning Matt and David's genius creation for all new episodes has been off the charts. I'm thrilled that this incredible team will get to tell more stories and that our Planet Express crew will have more adventures together. It's a win for the fans who have loved the show since the beginning, and for the ones who will now discover it for the very first time. So there we have it, a little bit of information on the Futurama revival. Now it does say at the moment John DiMaggio hasn't signed up to return. I hope that an agreement does come between him and the producers. As I said earlier, I don't think the show would be the same without him. I don't think anyone else could do justice to the voice of Bender. He's iconic and is probably the most loved character on the show. I know a lot of people online have said that they would boycott the show and not watch it unless he is brought back. I do believe it is an issue which can be resolved. They just need to be able to come to an agreement. It's not due to air until 2023, so that does give a little bit of time for them to be able to sort something out. I think the producers of the show do know that they do really need him back for Bender, especially with how popular the character is. Which does lead me to another point which I do want to make about this revival. With current day and everybody seemingly being upset over everything and people finding things to complain about and call people every istan phobe they can think of, will they bring it back how it was? Will Bender be the same as he used to be in the original series? That's something which I hope he would be. I do hope to bring it back. I hope to bring the whole show back exactly how it was. Obviously, it's been off the air for a long time, but that doesn't mean it needs to change. But also, will they run the risk of people online who's probably never seen the show complaining about things that are slightly, and shall we say, inappropriate, which is the whole point of Bender. I mean, he's alcoholic, foul-mouthed, sarcastic. He's the funniest person in there. But will they take this opportunity to try and alter the show? If they don't get John DiMaggio back, will they recast Bender? Will they replace him with someone else to be more politically correct for this day and age? Which will probably just cause the current fans of the show to not watch it, and the people want to aim it at not to watch it, and it'll end up getting cancelled again. So while I am excited for Futurama to come back, I am going to be cautiously optimistic about it. I can hope it comes back as good as it was. But there's a little part of me saying that it's not going to come back how it was, and that they'll somehow change it, and it won't be as good as it used to be. It will be aiming for an audience of people that have no interest in it. But what do you guys think? Are you looking forward to the return of Futurama? Like I said, I for one, I'm looking forward to it coming back, but I will be cautiously optimistic about it. But do let me know in the comments below if you are looking forward to it returning, and what you think about John DiMaggio not returning at the moment but is still in talks. Would you like to see him back, or would you think it would be okay to recast Bender with somebody else? That's all from me. I'm off to make a fresh cup of tea.